session third is then 15th of September. Okay, so question number 1, how many number of joins there? So answer is 6. Now what are those type of join? Question number 2, name them. So it will be simply left, inner, right, full, cross and self join. Okay, so we'll be covering one by one in depth. Now suppose I'm telling you two tables. Suppose this is the order table, order ID, this is sales. Suppose this is the January table, this is the February table. Suppose the order ID is 1, it can be sale 100, 50. Suppose again I have 2, it's let's suppose 30, 40. Then I have order ID as null, it can be something 90. And then I am writing as 3, let's suppose it's over here 60. Okay, so this is the, let's suppose you can say order ID or custom ID, whichever you want to. Okay, so let's suppose custom ID. Okay, instead of order ID, just take it as a customer ID. And then you have the February table, in which again the customer might have purchased something, which is the sales column. Okay, now what is happening over here? Again I'm pasting the data sum 1, 20 and 30. It will be 2, let's suppose 50, 3, 40, 90, null, or maybe I can write 4, null, 5 as something 10. So this table is clear to you guys. Simple, January sales and the February sales. Any question here so far?
No, sir.
Yeah,
Clear.
quite
No,
clear,
but-
right? It's nothing but. So now I am joining the table. What do you mean by join? Join means I'm combining the two tables. That what exactly means? Join means combining. Now how can I combine? So basically for joining or combining two tables or two data sets, I need a key. So over here you can see the key that I can say is the customer ID. Okay, so to linking two tables or combining two tables, you need a key. That is rule number 1. And the key over here is nothing but customer ID, right? Now next thing will depend how you are joining these two tables. It can be left, it can be inner, it can be right, it can be full. So what the left join says? Left join simply says all the table that is common between the two rows, all the rows that is common between both tables. Suppose this left table and the right table. Okay, so all the common rows that exist between both tables and all the rows that exist only in the left table. That's why it's called left join. Okay, so now suppose I apply the left join. I'm saying okay, I can apply the left join. So question number 1, how many column you are expected in your final output? Okay, so how it will be? So first when I'm joining this, so it will be first table January table, and then I get it will be February table, right? So 2 column from the January table will be customer ID and sales. Similarly, both 2 columns will be coming from February table. Is this clear or not?
Yeah, clear.
Right? Next thing is, now you know when you are joining, because this customer ID is although it's common in both, but the column value is different. Maybe it has a column name same, but the table wise the value will be same. So that's why this column is different. Make sense? Now the next thing that you have to learn, the third thing, is learn this by heart. Whenever you see the join, learn this by heart. Joining happens at the row level. Join happen at the row level. What does it mean? It mean, for example, I have this customer ID 1. So this is my row, right? So this is my row. So this first customer ID, it will check into the next table. Okay, how many 1 exist? So for example, this is 1 and 100. This is 1 and 100. So it will check into the next row. So first row it identified as 1 and 20. So it will join 1 and 20 like this. Okay, because that's how you are applying the join. A dot customer ID like this, A dot customer ID equal to B dot customer ID, which means nothing but, or maybe you can like this, January customer ID is equal to February customer ID. It's a SQL syntax, but more or less you should be knowing this column C and column E has to be the same. That's how the joining works. The values are same. Now again, this 100, it will check again if this value exists in the next table or not. So if I see, so yeah, another value exists. So what it will do, it will paste it again, these value from the row table, from the January table, and then these values pasted will be coming from February table. Is this clear or not?
Clear. Yes, Mazher.
Because sometimes actually people, what they do, they will do to the next row. They think, okay, only one value can be joined. So what they do is like over there they will write 100 and then they will do this 150 and 130. No, that's what I'm saying, that you have to pick first row, and then check all the values that you are picking, consequently check all the rows in the next table. Okay, make sense? Similarly, I'll take this row 1 and 50, 1 and 50. Similarly, it will be again 1 and 20, and again it will be 1 and 50, and again it will be 1 and 30. Over here, any confusion so far?
Okay, so from the first table we will select one row, and the second from the second table we have to select all of them.
Yep.
Is it the left?
Yes.
The left join.
Yeah, this is the left join. But the value was that I'm trying to explain, that this one you are picking, right? So let's suppose this is the row you are picking.
Okay.
So it will check all the rows in the next table. Okay. That is the point I'm trying to make. And then it identifies, okay, for this particular one, I see two values of 1. Okay, and then accordingly it will filter the data. Okay. Then again, when I'm going to that, the next row, it will again pick from here, and then it will check again all the rows one by one. Okay, and then again it will pick the records whichever it matches.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is important. Okay. The next thing is, third is 2. So 2 and 30. Then we have 2 and 50. Correct? Because only 1, 2 can be found. There is no other row that I can found the 2. Right? So it will be 2 and 50. Again 240. It will be again 2 and 50. Now over here we have null and 90. Now the question will come whether I should keep it or not. So what do you suggest? Should we keep it or not?
We should keep it, sir. We should keep it. We should keep it, yeah.
And why is that?
Because it's a left join.
Left join. So suppose considering your perspective, I have put over a null and 90. What value will come here?
Just null.
Null.
Just null.
Just null. Okay. Number one thing, join never happens on the null. It happens on the value. Okay. So if you are comparing from here null, let's suppose I have created, let's suppose this column null, or maybe let's keep this one, okay, as null. So do you think this null and null can join?
No.
So for example, suppose I have the null 60. So will I get this value null and 10 in this column?
Yes, you will get
no.
null and 10.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you will get.
We will get null and 10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how many things? Okay, it will be null and 10. How many things it will be null only? So raise your hands if you think it's null and 10. Kaushik, okay. Mahi, okay. Two. Guys, at least you can vote, right? Just raise your hand. So for others, I should assume it's null.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So it will be Kaushik, and Mahi, it will be null null, not null and 10. Why? Because if you are saying null and 10, it means you are joining the value based on null. That's how you are putting null and 10. Okay.
Okay.
So it will be null and 90 over here, and since there is no type of joining happening, so accordingly there will be no type of data will be there, which means missing data. You don't know what will exist there. So that's why only null and null will remain there. Okay. Is this clear? And also,
Yeah, okay.
why we are including it? Because in the left join says common rows. Common rows means which exist in the left and the right table. But the left join says common rows absolute rule number 1, rule number 2, which exist in the only left table, which is null and 90. Correct? So that's why we are picking here. Cool. Then we have 3 and 60. So again it will be 3 and 60. And over here I'll have this one 340, 390. Is this guys clear or not? If you have any confusion, please ask, because this is important. Value wise, if you think okay this is not making sense to me, please ask.
So Mazher, you meant null means NULL is typed over there, or it is blank?
It's blank. I'm just explaining for the
It's blank. What if it NULL was typed or NA was typed there?
NA.
NULL was joined with NA.
Like for example, you're saying suppose I have the NA over here, right?
Yeah, the value is there. NA is written over there in boards, and in the Jan also NA is written. Then what will happen?
Then it will
NA will join then.
Yeah, it will join, because then the column value will not be numeric value. The data type will be a string, correct? And then string match. So that's why the value will match. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Any other question on this? Because if you understood the left join, then you play around. You can play with inner, right, full outer join, right? So you tell me, guys.
But any use case, Mazher, why this left join will be used? Because it is duplicating data in Jan.
Yeah.
So if somebody just goes put a sum in the bottom and see the Jan sales, the number will be a mismatch.
Yeah. So I'll explain you when to use null join, left join, when to use the inner join or right join. Okay. So you asked me this question when I explain all this type of join. Okay.
Hello.
Yep.
Mazher, can you just sum up it?
Okay.
Left join.
Cool. So what I did, first I have this two table, January sales, February table. In the January table I have this data 1 1 2 2 null null 3 and their sales 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 null. These are the sales. Now I'm saying join happen at the row level, which means it will check this table 1 and 100 into the right table. Okay, 120 130. So that's why it's coming from 100 120 and 130. Okay, so for this particular record it is checking into the next these two table. Okay. Then again it will pick this record, then again check okay how many value exist. So it found two values, so again this 150 120 30 will come. Then again it will check for 2, it will contains only one record, so it will be 250. Then again 240 250. Then null we are including because we have to take the common rows and the rows that exclusive into the left table. So that's why we are taking the null. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Make sense?
Yes.
And the
Thank you.
Yeah, and the way we write is like this: select star from Jan left join Fab on Jan dot cust id is equal to Fab dot cust id. Syntax clear, guys? Okay, this is easy one, right? Just set, because over here you might have understood select star from Jan, so it will just print all the data from the January table. Now you have what you are extra step you are doing, you are also applying the condition left join. So the left join, then which table left join, which is February table, and then on what condition you are assigning the condition. Okay. Now I'll move to the next, which is nothing but right join. So over here query will remain same. I will just write as, instead of left join, I'll just mention over here as inner join. That's it. Okay, now how the result look like, which row to be there. Okay, so over here I am saying these record will not be there, rest everything will be there. Can I say that? The yellow highlighted one will not be there, rest everything will be there. Make sense? Any confusion?
You mean like inner join will return all the records that have matching values
Yeah.
in both the table, right?
Yeah, it will give you the all the common rows, right? So that's why if you see the common value which is coming from the January table, which is this one, all the column values which are coming from the February table, so these are the column you are comparing. So you will check, okay, if this is equal to this or not. So you will find except this row, this will be matching. In Excel obviously this is a string, that's why it's null matching, but in SQL it will not match, because over here it will be nothing like this, null missing, right? So that's why we are not taking null 90 and null. Make sense? So I can exclude from here. Is this clear? Or let me rephrase from start. Okay, suppose I'll do it again, next the same thing. Suppose I have one row, so it will take as 1 and 100. Then again it will check this one into the next table, 1 and 1. So I found only 2 1 1. So that's why it will, for this particular one and this, for 2 times 1 will be printed, and their cells will be printed 2 and 20 and 30. Similarly, for now I'm taking this row 1 and 50. So for now this 1 and 50, so it will take this 1 and 50 first, 1 and 50 first. So it will check, okay, first row is 120, 1 and 20. Then again it will check, okay, next row is 130, so it will be 1 and 30, 1 and 30. Now it will check for the next row, which is 2, which will be like this, 2. So 1 1 it will not check, it will just select the 2, which is this one, right? So it will be 20, 30, 20, 50. Then again it will be 22. Now it will move to the next row because there is no other 2 exist, right? So that's why it will move to this row. So which is 2 and 40, and then again it will be 2 and 50. Now the next question comes, which should we take null or not? Because join happens, inner join only on the common values. So null we will exclude, because null is not a value. We cannot join on the null value in case of inner join. We need some value to get joined. So that's why we are excluding null here. Then we will come to 3 and 60. So this is 3 and 60. So again it will check 340. Then again 360. Then again it will be 3 and 90. Okay, now make sense? Clear? Any questions? Should I jump to the next?
Yeah, Mazher, can you zoom in a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this.
Just check if it makes sense.
Yeah, understood.
Any doubt in the left join, inner join?
Clear.
Perfect. Then we will jump to the right join. Okay. So now in the right join, what happens? The way we look at it gets changed. Because right now what we're doing, we were taking as a base this table as left and this is right. So that's why we were checking from the left first row into the right table. In the right join, what we do, we just do the reverse. We will take this value into this one, okay, because the column structure will not change, so it will remain as is. Okay, so this will be the right join. So now we have to check the other way. What I mean by that is this one. So it will check 1 first, okay, the value which is 1, and it will check into the left table how many 1 exist. So that's why it will filter out over here 1 and 20 first, yeah. So it will filter out 1 and 20. So for 1 and 20, he sees the value 100. So it will be 1 and 100. Then again it will be 1 and 20, it will be 1 and 50. 1, 20, it will be 1 and 50. Now this is done. Now it will check for again 1, which is 1 and 30. 1 and 30. So it will check this for 1 and 30. Okay, 1 and 100 exists, so 1 and 100 exists. Then again 1 and 30, it will be 1 and 50. So now 1 is done. It will check for 2. So this is 2 and 50. This is 2 and 50. Okay, now it will check for this one. This is 2 and 30. Okay, then again it will check for 2 and 50. It will check for this 2 and 40. Okay, now the question comes for 3 and 4 and null. So for 3, it will check again for 3 and 40, 3 and 40, it will be 3 and 60, which is this one. Okay, now similarly it can do the same thing, 3 and 90. It will again do like 3 and 60. 4, since we are applying the right join, so what the rule says, all the rows that exist in the right table and the common rows, correct? So for this, what I'm gonna write it here, and you guys tell me what the value is gonna be here. So over here it will be 4 and null. 4 and null. What do you think, what value it will here?
Both null.
It will be null
Only
or
null.
something else,
Null, null.
Null.
or even should we take it or not, or should we not include it? So question
We
number
should
1,
take
should
it,
we include
sir.
or not?
We should
Take
include.
it.
Yeah, and
Include.
accordingly it will be null. Okay, and then next row, null and 10, should we include it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it will be there, and accordingly it will be null. Okay, this guys, this you understood or not?
Yeah,
Yes,
understood.
sir.
Okay, so this is the right join. Now I'll do the similar thing for, so 3 type of join you understood in depth. Again the SQL query will be like this one. See, if you appear for any interviews, so the first question I explained, okay, he will ask or she will ask number of joins. Second question will be name them. Third question will be, okay, I have this table, now explain me how what the result will be look like. Left, inner, right. I believe 50% of the company they will be asking this first question. I have been asked many times this type of question, like Zomato, Paytm, Amazon, everywhere I have been asked, because any interviewer will assess you, okay, how much in-depth knowledge you have in terms of joins, because you might be writing the query as like select star from joins, etc. But if you don't know how the join work, then fundamentally you are not clear, right? So that's why this is one of the most asked SQL question in any job interview. So the interviewer will give you this similar table like this, and he or she will ask you, okay, what the result will be look like if he has to do the left join, inner join, right join, and the outer join. Okay, so that's why make sure I am giving you explanation based on one table. You can also practice at your end by joining maybe multiple tables. Okay, you take another example of your own data set and just try to look, okay, how the result will look like. Okay, now next is I'm going to explain you full outer join.
So, Mazhar, one doubt. This is only about order, right? The difference between left and right, because we can get a similar output by
Yeah, but
left
just
join.
putting the tables.
Feb
Yes.
will come first and Jan will come second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can interchange the
Okay.
table name and according the join will change. Yeah, correct. So that is the reason. That is the reason, because you understand, right? When you are applying the right join, so things gets very tricky, right? Because all the data will be the left, right? On the right side. So suppose when you are joining the left join, so you can see all the common rows plus all the row that is exclusive in the left table. But in case of right join, all the rows which is exclusive to the right table, so it gets very challenging. Suppose the left table have 100 columns. Now if you want to see where the data does not exist, you have to go after 100 columns and check it, correct? So that's why 99-98% of the use cases you will be applying only inner and the left join. Right join, full outer join I never used in my life. Okay, this is just for the explanation and theory purpose, that's it. But as a practical purpose, you will always use inner, left, and maybe in some cases very rare self join or cross join. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, I deleted it. Okay, yeah. So now you guys tell me the result of outer join. Okay, since you have understood the left, right, inner, so now you tell me what value it will come first here. Yeah, so tell me how to check what the result will be there.
So basically, it will return all the rows from both the tables, right?
Yeah, so tell me how
Yeah.
to fill this here.
So first will be 100, 120.
So you are saying over here it will be 1 and 100. Then
Yeah, then in February table it will be 120.
okay.
Same 100, 130.
100, 120. Okay. What next?
Then 150,
Hmm.
120.
Okay.
Same 150, 130.
And
Then customer rate 230, 250,
okay.
and 240, 250.
Okay.
Then it will be null 90 and null.
Null. Okay.
Then 360,
Yep.
340,
340. Okay.
40, 360, 390.
Yep. Sorry, my bad. 360, 390. You're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
What
Then
else? What else, guys? Anyone can help?
Then there's null and null 10.
Null and null 10.
null 10.
Yeah.
Over here it will be null, right?
Yeah.
What
Then
else?
null 4 null also.
I'm sorry.
Null 4 null.
So this is done. What here? Or what here? So 4 null,
And
right?
4 null.
4 null.
4 null.
What else?
100, 120.
100. That's
120.
there. This is there now already.
But we need to consider the left table also, no, sir. For 120, 100, and 120, 150.
120. Sorry, come up again, Vinay.
100, 120, 100, 150. Sorry,
Will-
150 and 120.
150 and 120. This is there now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So then in February table 340 and 390.
340. Where is 340? 340 and 390. So over here 340, 390 है ना?
I think he missed that second wala. 230, okay, and 250 and 230 and 250.
Who is also there?
We missed the null 91. We missed null and null 90.
Yep. Okay. So over it will be null.
Actually, it is there. Null 90, null.
Where?
After 2.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
we
my
have
bad,
done
my
it.
bad.
Null 90, null
Yep,
also
my
done.
bad. Yeah, it is there.
32nd.
Yeah, it is there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
basically that then table is complete, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Cool. So now you guys understood 4 type of join or not? So yeah, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
It's,
But Mazher, this left join and outer join is looking very similar.
Left join and outer
Outer
join.
join.
Yeah, but
Sorry, left join.
in the left join and the outer join, you are saying look, it's very similar, right?
But I think
Yeah.
in the outer join we select all the nulls from left and right side. Is
Yeah.
it?
So it will be these record will be not coming in the inner join. Sorry, these records. Which one? 4 null. This one. This record will not be there, no? In the left join. Right? So this will give you
In
only
in
left join.
outer join we are selecting all the null option also, no?
Yep. So I ask you. So one of you asked me, okay, in which case, how will I know okay, what type of join I'll use, right? Whether it's a left, whether it's a null. So you guys tell me. I'll ask you a question and you will use your brain. I know it's very easy. Okay. So suppose I have the January table. So this is the customer ID who make a sale. So I can say 1, 2, 3 make a purchase in January, right? And in February 1, 2, 3, 4 make a purchase in February. Correct? Can I say that?
Yes.
So in the January, who make a sale? Is nothing but 1, 2, 3. In the February, who make a sale? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Can I say that, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now if I ask you, list down all the customer who make a purchase in the January and the February both. So what type of join you think I will apply?
Left join.
Explain with logic. This is why I'll use the left join.
Can you repeat the question, sir?
I am saying list down those customer who make a purchase in January and February both.
Inner join.
Why inner join?
Because we need to take all the common things in January and February.
Exactly, right? Inner join, what it says, we have to include both. Correct?
Yes.
So
Yes,
that's
sir.
why you are taking the inner join. I can use the same
Yes,
thing
sir.
in reverse. Okay, list down all the customer who make a purchase in January only.
Left
All
join.
Left join.
Or I can also use the right join as well, depending on the type of position. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Third scenario, if I ask you, okay, list down all the customer who make a purchase at any time and at any point of time. So what type of join you think?
Outer join.
Outer join.
Right? So now you have the question, now you have your answers. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Anyone have a like doubt, even a bit, ask me straightforward, because if you don't learn now, then you will not learn anytime, right? This is the time to learn about the joins. This is the very easy and even concept. Any doubt, please ask.
Can you just brief it again around the questions?
So the question was, which type of join I should leverage? I don't know. This is the question. When I should use the left join, when should I use the inner join, when should I use the right join? Because I understood the type of join, okay, this is what left do, this is what inner join does. But how will I know, okay, which type of join I have to use? So that's I'm correlating with the problem, right? So it depends on your objective. It depends on your business problem. So for example, I asked the first question, first business problem it is, okay, list down all the customer who make a purchase in the January and the February both. Correct? So in this case, according to you, which type of join will be used? Inner join or left join or right join or outer join?
Pardon, please?
So when I'm saying list down all the customer who make a purchase in the January and February both, So according to you, which type of join do you think it will work?
Inner join. Inner join.
Inner join, right? Because you are at the end of the day, you are taking the common. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Is this clear or not to you?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, Mazher, can you just show the inner join once? Can you scroll
Yeah.
down? Oh, inner joint will not show the 4 customer, which is null.
Yeah, because
Only the
that
common customers it will show.
because that X is exclusive to the right table, right? Which is here. That is exclusive to the right table. That's why it's not here. Okay.
Hmm.
So now again I can ask you the same question. Okay, list down all the customer who make a purchase in the February but not in January. So
Right.
right join,
Right.
or it can be the left join as well if you switch the table.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Last question, if I ask you, okay, list down all the customer who make a purchase at any point of time, January or February both. So it will consist two type of customer who make a purchase in both scenarios, January and February both. Customer who make a purchase in January only, customer who make a purchase in February only. So that's why you need all the data. So it will be outer join.
Yeah.
Make sense, guys?
It makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Mazher, just one doubt. Like when we are working with the outer join, right? Outer join, we are considering that everything, like either it is left join, either it is right join. We are joining each and everything, and in inner join, we were not using the nulls and all, like which were not like basically which were not the same. Like we can say which were not having the coincidenting rows, right? In inner.
When you
But
say
in-
coinciding, basically same value. That's what you are referring.
Yeah,
Correct?
duplicates. Yeah. Duplicates I'm referring to. So when we are working with the outer join, then basically we are considering the complete each and every aspect of that, right?
Yep.
Left join and right join. So
Yep.
how it is different from cross join? Like
So I'll
because
explain you the cross join. I'll explain you what is it. Then you will ask the question. Okay.
okay, so basically in outer first, like if we don't consider a cross or something, then in outer we are just taking all the left rows, all the right rows, and combining them together, whether it is null, whatever it is.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
So in the next 10 minutes, I'll be asking you a similar question. You guys have to solve. Okay. So I'm pasting the link sheet in your chat. So you guys do it. Okay. I'm pasting the link sheet in the chat. Okay. So again,
Mazher, I have one doubt.
yeah, please ask.
Yeah, so basically you are telling right join is like left join, but taking February table first.
Yeah, because again it's like a mirror image, right?
Yeah, correct. Okay.
Correct. So now
got
go
it.
to the sheet. Yeah. Any questions? Clear, or do you have
No.
something follow-up questions?
Clear.
Cool. So guys, please refer to the sheet 5, right? Questions. So suppose I have again similar table, employee ID. Okay. 1 1 2. Salary. Let's suppose null 10, 100 or 50. Suppose this is employee ID 2 3 1, or maybe let's suppose 2 3 null. Yeah, 2 2 3. Let's keep this way. 50 40 60. Let's keep this null. Okay. Over here it will be null 10. Cool. Understood? This is the table 1. So you can say, okay, this is again January table. This is the February table salary, basically when it came for that particular employee. Or maybe you can say assume anything. Okay. Now I want you to show me the result of left join, right join, inner join, outer join. Okay. So you can take each section like this and write your answer. So how many people are in your call right now? 16. So I'll just create 16 blocks for you. So you do it. Okay. 1 1. Maybe you just add your name at the top and So guys, you can take each block according to your convenience and write your name there and print the result.
Mazher, I'll be doing it on just a notebook because currently I'm just watching this session on phone. My laptop is not working properly.
Cool. Just share me on WhatsApp then.
Okay.
Okay. So similar result I want the way I explained you in the previous question, like this. Okay. Similar explanation I want. Similar results basically. Okay. So do it.